like a good deal.
Hey, what's up, Galactus? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you, man. No music today. People in YouTube comments have been bitching about the music I listen to and asked me to start doing musicless streams. So I'm conforming to the haters. It is on. It's just probably too quiet. I'll turn it up. Fucking breakdancers. God, I hate Abyss mobs so much. I would literally never... I will never farm Abyss as my main league mechanic, as long as those immunity mobs exist. Like, GGG can go fuck themselves if they think I want to just sit there and dance with these fucking break-dancing worms that just, oh, I'm immune, but now I put my black immunity cloud down. GGG are fucking stupid. I can't believe the immunity mobs are still in the game. Alright, let me get music on. I'm sure I'll still listen to my own music from time to time, but I don't know, figured I'd try mixing it up. God damn it. No, we got leeged. We got leeged. Another diamond. This map had 2 Heart of the Wells. Alright. Too bad Heart of the Wells sell for nothing now. God, my eyes. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be like that. Can you explain your build? Yeah, I'll do an explanation whenever more people are here. Stream just started though, so it's inevitable. I'm gonna have to re-explain it a bunch. I don't think sunglasses are going to help you here. Even with sunglasses, you stare at the sun too long, you're going to get permanent damage. What is the cost on a 1,000 divine right now? Maybe more than 1,000 actually, because of the mage blood. I don't know, maybe like 1,200 divine, 1,300 divine. Oh no. So I got 2 Jade Isles here. I'm gonna clear those out. We've got most of the major pieces now. We need a new amulet with Archmage, so that's one of the big swaps we're doing. We need a better grip of Kulamek. We need a better helmet. Might be trying to craft a new helmet today, I'm not sure. We need a better Jewel. We need a better Against the Darkness. We need an Against the Darkness that's not maximum fire res. We need one that's like 14 spirit with gain damage, but that's gonna be like... That's probably not happening. Yeah. Double buff.
Upon the shore, you will break against my shield.
I need more time. Too soon.
Oh, almost just sprint stun myself. Thought I did.
I need more time. None can oppose me.
Hey, what's up, Brian? Another day indeed. Alright, let's see if we can kill this bozo before I lose my buffs.
For now.
Oh, we got the bacon. Easy bacon. Alright, +1 Jade Isles. I will clear that shortly, but let's go ahead and path towards the next one for now. Keep clearing maps.
Not yet.
Like waves upon the shore, you will break against my shield.
Another call to serve me.
Thunder!
Whoa. Am I dead? I heard a tink, but I don't see it. Where is it? I heard a tink. But where is it? Oh, here it is. Wait the fuck over here. You have a written guide? Nope. Have not made any guides for this build yet. It's a brand new build. Easy peasy. Guide for build? No, I don't have a guide yet. Easy double buff.
I will do what I must.
I need more time.
Were those flowers spawning? It's from my helmet. They're little remnants.
Your soul will join my steeple of death. Cut down.
None can oppose me. I need more time.
Yep. The helmet gives a new skill called Wildwood Gifts, which is what's spawning those little remnant boys. Hey, what's up, Rusty? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. What about you?
I need more time.
My king died by the spirit's will.
You'll die by mine. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Someone's buying something. I just stuffed myself with egg and bacon. I had biscuits and gravy for breakfast today, so I am very stuffed. Very stuffed. It was a good start. to the day, and then yeah, now I'm gonna stream some Path of Exile. I got some game dev work to do. We're trying to release our big patch this week. That's gonna revamp a bunch of our systems. So it's some errands to do. I got a busy day, but it's gonna be a fun one. Build's coming along good. We got the crit swap online, so we're officially crit now. We're up to 23 Arsonist. We have the Mage Blood as well. AoE's a little shorter than yesterday, but when we're fully min-max, it'll be bigger than it was yesterday. So we'll be back to full screen-wide blast soon.
Death is my power to wield. I need more time.
Humbly await your return, O great Khul.
Curl your flesh. This fucking guy. My bombs won't go off. There we go. Almost level 95. We're gonna do some temple maxing for a bit.
I need more time.
While we're farming citadels and stuff.
Death, take you. I am the apex.
Obliterate him! Still no sunglasses, brother. You are tough. That's right. This build's only for the toughest of individuals. That's all the temples? Okay, we'll leave. Val City. I'm not getting anything new revealed. I don't see any towers to go to, so... Nice, Rusty. Arctic Cal's cool, and so is Choir, so... Good luck, man.
I need more time. I need more time.
Uh-oh. No, we got leeched. We got leeched. Never the leech.
Keeps getting stranger. There, after the spirit.
What's up, Blade? Yeah, this is crit. I mean, it's better, you know, for sure. Like 2 to 3 times better the damage. Faux show.
Don't lose focus.
I miss thorning things, though. I think I've thorns too much. I think I've just thorns too much, because I have no drive to thorns at all right now. I don't know, I don't like the current state of thorns. I don't know. I have, like, no thorns drive. Like, Wind Dancer, sure. Wind Dancer, I like doing Wind Dancer builds, but thorns specifically, I think GGG's, like, dumbed it down too much. I don't think, I think I liked old thorns because it was a challenge to complete. It was a difficult build to put together. But GGG has, like, raised the floor and lowered the ceiling on thorns. Like, you can't do near as crazy stuff with thorns because they've gutted leech, they've gutted, like, a lot of what made thorns, like, overpowered. But then they, like, raised the floor to where, like, there's not much, like, all of my thorns builds that are, like, reflect thorns look exactly the same. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just played thorns and I've solved it. I mean, that's probably what it is like, I've played too much thorns at this point. I've done literally 20 plus different thorns builds and there's like nothing new to explore there for me and I'm just bored of it, so. Like, and I really do not like the addition of like painter's gloves and prize pain. I know some people are gonna be like, you haven't played prize pain, you haven't played Dreadfist, and like, when I say thorns, I mean reflect thorns. I don't really have any interest in doing a spearfield build using thorns to scale spearfield. Like, that's just a spearfield build to me, right? I'm not saying that's not a fun or good build to play, but it's not what I'm looking for when I'm playing a weird off-meta build. And, yeah, I don't know. They've nerfed thorns a few too many times. It hasn't gotten the quality of life I wanted from, like, a design perspective, like a build designing perspective. It's actually gotten kind of worse to build craft around because you feel forced into shaman and you just have to like stack runes of tithing to get your damage high, and then even in a traditional thorns build, like, it just kind of sucks. If you're not playing Adonia's ego thorns, their build's not going to be very good, in my opinion. So it's just, I don't know, thorns isn't a, like, I can't imagine maining thorns in this end game. It would be too much friction. Well, I know a lot of people did some prize pain. Silly Lily did some prize pain. You know, Malthel did a Dreadfist build. You know, those builds exist and they're cool and stuff, but like, I don't have any desire to play those builds for whatever reason. And I don't know, like, I've done literally every version of a Thorns Reflect build at this point. And my biggest complaint point has been, A, Shaman trivialized Thorns to the point that, like, you shouldn't play any other Thorns style that's not a Shaman for Reflect Thorns. And then kind of the Pale King is still just the most obnoxious, like, anchor piece for the build. It's not fun making a build around Crown of the Pale King anymore for me. Like, if I go make a Reflect Thorns build right now, it's going to, like, except for the fact that I can't play Leech anymore, it's going to look like every other Thorns build I've played for the last 2 patches, except it's probably going to be worse performing because Leech is dead. And there's no way Recoup or anything compares as well as old Leech, so it's like, maybe I'm just burnt on Thorns. I grinded it hardcore for a year and a half. It's solved in my head to, like, how I want to play it. So when we get new tools for Thorns, you know, but right now, I don't know. Like, all the new stuff we really got did not enable the playstyle that I like to play and pushed us further away from the playstyle I like to play, so. I like Reflect styles, like, I love the Wind Dancer build I just made. If Arctic Armor was still viable and stuff, you know. It's just I don't think there's much... Like, Thorns got nerfed pretty hard this patch. You can still hit 100% critical hit chance, but it takes more investment. But the Leech nerfs, you know, are pretty rough. So maybe I just need like a Thorns cooldown, you know? Maybe I've just played too much Thorns and, you know, different league. I don't think that's a good... I don't know what Rockiatas and Pop's gonna do. I mean, it'd make it clear a little bit better, but... I don't know. I don't... Like, on Citadel and Combs does not feel good when bossing, depending on the boss. Because of how the terrain on the map feels, and... I just want Ice Wall to be as good as possible when bossing. Because, like, that's where... I don't have any problem mapping. My only problem is when I hit a boss. So, I like what you're saying if... When we're fully min-maxed, that might be better. But right now, like, I'm not even one-shotting, like, pinnacle bosses yet and stuff, you know? So it's like... I could get rid of Verana Siege and put in Combs Ons, potentially. Not sure. I know, I think you're on drugs. I don't know how you think it's okay to play critical strike builds at 50% critical hit chance, but no. I don't want to play with like 50% critical strike chance. There's times I notice it not critting on bosses still. And I'm at like, what am I crit at right now? 84. I don't know. I don't know how you can play at 50% critical hit chance. You addicted to 100. Maybe that's just it, Blade. Maybe I'm just too used to the idea of depending on 100% critical hit chance with Thorns, with Leech, to be able to, like, as my defensive layer. Maybe I'm just psychologically beat into, like, wanting as much critical hit chance as possible. I don't know why. I don't. I want my crit as high as possible. I don't know why I want that. I just... You're probably right. You know caster builds more than me, but I don't know what it is. In fact, this being at 84, to me, like you say, this is too high. This is not high enough for me. It's like, this isn't good enough for me for some reason, so... I don't know, man. I'm an idiot. Unless you do self-cast Comet, and even then 70% is enough. Gotcha. Well, my crit goes super low without pinpoint. I think I'm like below like 50. I'm at 52%. Dude, you're nuts. 52%? Nah, dog. You're crazy. 52%. I'll try it out later. 70% is where most builds are at. You value crit damage past that point way more. Well, the reason why we're like this build is going to be hard to get a high crit damage bonus on because of how spread thin we are. We're not going to be able to get a high crit damage bonus without ditching the Undying Hate, which we could if we wanted to maximize damage, but I think Undying Hate maximizes coolness. So I just can't invest enough into bonus to where it's worth it getting a high bonus. That's why I'm using Maligaros, which gives me a flat 250 bonus. Don't have to invest anything in the bonus. And then I'm just putting crit in. The gloves are also a bottleneck for getting past a certain point. Yeah, that's what I'm using the gloves for. It's like, it's essentially like, because we're spread so thin, the gloves let me play crit with 250% bonus very easily, you know? You know, what's better, I'm not actually sure. We're still day 3 in the testing. Maybe I just need to listen to the caster. I'm not a caster main. Maybe I just listen to the caster mains and ditch the Maligaros, go 50% crit, and try and get my bonus over 300, 400%. My concern is, though, that doing that with an Undying Hate just is a little too spread thin. I mean, this is a lot of passes invested into the Dying Hate. So... Ami needs to be replaced. Oh, right. I forgot we're going to be buying a crit Ami as well, so it'll make our crit even better. Nice. 100% crit chance. Fuck yeah, boys. You already know. You already know that Hundy P. Oh, Blaze boiling. Never seen a less optimized caster build that's got this many divines into it.
Vile flower.
I mean, there might be a way to optimize out of Maligaros, but at least for right now, on our current budget, it fits like a glove. To steal that pun from you. We call Maligaros the budget version of the build. If I make a budget variant.
Another corpse to serve.
With the Animus Exchange and powered by Virizium, and just Maligaro's crit, like, my damage is infinitely better than yesterday. The guaranteed lightning infusions on bossing alone has led to, like, most bosses getting one shot. But then it's also better in terms of getting my buff. No! Hey, what's up, Protag? Yes, sir. Oh my god, don't tell me I have another fucking bricked map. GGG. How are you like, we're done patching for now. We're going to be waiting for the mid-league thing. When there's still so many crippling bugs in the game. This is my fucking 3rd Citadel in the last day that I can't get access to. Like, how are you like, we're done patching? It's fine. Like, no, there's still... Get the map to the left. I'm not seeing any line go to it, though. This is the last one that I see with a line. I don't have access to it. It happens? Well, I tried that with... Where's my Garukin's Resolve? There was a Temporal Sandstorm I found yesterday. Where is it? Oh, I forgot about this Citadel, too. I need to get it. There's a Temporal Sandstorm I was clearing last night on stream, or yesterday morning on stream. I don't remember where it's at. But I cleared literally like 30 fucking maps around it. Like literally every fucking map around it. And I could not cleanse it or claim it. I just don't remember where it was. Was it over here? I have no idea. My atlas is just fucking a mess. Oh, here it is. Look how many maps I've cleared around this thing. Look at this Temporal Sandstorm. I got 2 of the fucking things to open it, and I literally, like... I cleared every freaking node around it that's like would have been in proxy range. I could keep trying this one, this one, this one, but like how much more do I have to bloom out to try and find it? It's just this has like potentially 500 divines in it. I'm tilted. Alright, let's try the penitentiary, see if that gets us in. Really, Apollo? That's interesting. I do the crater fight all the time. Crater fight's easy. Or, like, it doesn't break for me. It broke once for me forever ago, like, early on, but that's because, I canceled the animation of it, but crater fight works good for me. So even with Ice Walk, most casters are okay just running around at 50%. That's crazy. Each one of the, so when I spawn Ice Wall, and it has, like, the little, each, like, section of the chunk, does each of these little chunks roll a crit hit? Or is, like, one crit hit rolled for the entire cast? Each one rolls a crit? Interesting. Interesting. There are so many hits with casters that we don't need as much crit chance as attack builds. Yeah, that makes more sense. That's essentially why I was asking that. Because, like, with this being, like, I don't know how many hits this is. Like, 20? You know, versus melee attacks, which are like usually like 1 to 2 hits per second. It did not reveal the Rocky Autos. Did I do the right map? I did. Damn, man. Why does this keep happening? Man. Oh, man. Well. We'll keep going north, I guess. Well, maybe with enough levels, like player levels, we can ditch Maligaros, but I don't want to ditch the Undying Hate. It's getting us the extra power charge, it's getting us Spirit Reservation, it's getting us increased Spirit. So it's just like making the Abyssal Lich Arsonist maxing like more fun and bigger. I don't know, like, Maligaros gets me 250 bonus with like, look at my investment in the tree and the crit. I have these 3 points here, these 4 points here, and these 2 points here. And you guys are basically telling me that, like, I don't even need this much crit. So, like, I can either remove the crit, a lot of these points or something, or, like, retreat some of this. So, I've got, like, absurdly minimal investment into crit. So, it works for now. Versus if I was not doing Maligaros, I would assume I would need to at least get also these bonuses here, this bonus here, maybe some other bonus points. Not sure. Not sure. Does Killjoy double the amount of on-kill remnants you spawn? Is that even worth it? I don't know. I don't think I need more remnants right now. I don't think I need more remnants right now. Here, let's try. Oh yeah, that Breach Torch isn't even doing shit. I completely forgot I put that in there. It's not breaking armor ever. Literally ever. those are good. I oaked them. Or, Okay. Let's see how the combs on swap feels.
Not yet. None can oppose.
I just don't have the damage right now to not have Rockiatas in Ice Wall. I just don't have that damage yet. I'm having to, like, double Ice Wall some rares. Did your computer crash yesterday or just the internet? It was the internet. There was a guy, there was a guy working on the internet of our neighbor's house. And, like, our internet box, like, everyone in this area is AT&T, so, like, all AT&T boxes, and every box has, like, 4 or 5 fucking people that share a box, and for the last several years, we've been complaining that every time they come over here to fix someone else's internet, they unplug ours, because the entire box isn't labeled, and then they never decide to label it after they're, like, fix the problem after taking out my internet, so it's happened, like, 2 or 3 times where they've gone into that box to fix someone else's internet, and
My time has come. Now you die.
brick mine.
For Kalka.
Do I have any open skill slots? No. I am fully tapped on skill slots currently. Whoa. That was bright as fuck.
None can oppose.
Nice, Wade. My game's crashing. What's happening? Why is it still locked? Yeah, I'll change off stream. Agreed. That's how I prefer to do stuff anyway. Because like it could take like 30 minutes to do the full swap, and then it doesn't feel as good temporarily, so we have to swap back, and then it's like an hour on stream of not getting stuff done. But that looks so good to me. Yeah, that tree looks fine to me. Definitely less AoE, but yeah, I'm mostly stuck to cold and lightning. Sometimes I'll have cold and lightning, which sucks because like with Adonia's ego, I thought it was like going to be like free Trinity, like always, but it's like almost always cold and then sometimes cold lightning. But then for a while we were using painter's gloves, and even with painter's gloves, it was almost always cold lightning or cold. Like I just could never get it perfect try. If you have any gain damage, it'll brick the interaction. I didn't. It was a perfect painter's glove. That was like my only game damage was on the painters. I have a 10-10-10 painters, and this was my only game damage source that I had. And it just wasn't. It was never like sometimes like it would. Every once in a while, it would have all three up, but like it would always be like. Bloop, 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 bloop. I don't think I have any gain damage on the tree. I don't have a Heart of the Well. My Undying Hate's not giving me gain damage. Yeah, so I think we're swapping we're gonna get a different amulet with Archmage instead. We're just gonna play Archmage. So we're gonna swap this to an Archmage. I personally like seeing the trial and error process. I know some people do, but like from the streamer perspective, it gets frustrating because like people are always asking questions, or you'll get like the random people who join halfway through the stream and don't realize you're testing something, so they just start like, "Why does this look so shitty?" It's just like I get triggered. I get triggered. We can't have a lot of power charges at all times because Adonia's ego makes your max your elemental res lower. So we only have power charges on the weapon swap because it would just be Rip City if we ran around with perma power charges. That's why we have the weapon swap set up. We just weapon swap, get the power charges on the weapon swap, and then we go back to the main set to cast the buff. So like what I do is I swap the weapon set too. I spam Powered by Verizium and Animus Exchange with Firestorm to get max power charges. The cool thing about this setup, by the way, is the Wildwood's gifts, the remnants it gives you flask charges. So you're able to like infinitely refill your life and mana when you're doing these little engines to get yourself buffed. So at no point are you ever like, oh, I'm out of life, flash charges, I can't get my buff. Because of Wildwood constantly replenishing flash charges. Very easy to hit 13 power charges. Then you swap back to the Ice Wall weapon set, and you cast Pinnacle of Power. You got your buff. It's in the Ice Wall weapon set. The Frost Wall weapon set. I have no power charges, you know, ruining my defenses. Sure, let's go ahead and do a build breakdown since we're talking about it. So yeah, the core of this build is the Hollowed Mask. It is got a new skill this patch called Wildwood Gifts. And that are what these little blooms are. If you see these little flowers spawning, that is what these are. These are little remnants. That's all they are. Little remnants. That's what this helmet does. That is what this helmet does. But when you combine it with Explosive Transmutation, which when you pick up a remnant, it explodes, that's what's doing this. Now, normally, this is fucking dog shit. It's absolutely dog shit. This is what it normally looks like. Look at the size of those explosions. You're not killing anything with that. How are you going to hit bosses? Like, how are you going to do anything with this size of explosion? Right? So that's where Abyssal Lich comes in. Abyssal Lich has the Umbral Souls AoE scaling, and currently we have 23 Skeletal Arsonists. We should be able to get to like 26, 27 when we're fully min-maxed. But as you saw what the AoE was, this is what it is with it. And the goal of the build was to make this a purely sprinting build, where we were just running around, and these explosions were clearing everything. Now, the damage is good enough to where it can kind of clear, like, mapping now. And whenever we're fully min-maxed, it should be able to handle basically all mapping. But for bossing, its damage is just too inconsistent. Like, even with the big AoE, like, let's say the boss is where the portal is spawning. What happens when all the remnants are spawning down here? Even with Spell Cascade, it's not getting up to the boss. So that's where Ice Wall comes in. And Ice Wall is influenced by the AoE scaling from Abyssal Lich. So when it does blow up, you see it blow up for the entire screen. But what's also fun about it is with Ice Wall, normally when you play Ice Wall builds, you need something that detonates the Ice Walls for you. We don't need that because our flower explosions detonate them for us. Now, we also have a lot of other things going on. You have the Adonia's Ego scaling. You probably... I don't know if you've seen my Adonia's Ego builds or if you've seen an Adonia Ego's build, but this is arguably one of the best ones in the game for increasing your damage. So this increases our damage by a fuckload, but it also makes all of our damage contribute to shock, ignite, freeze, magnitude. Which means we're also getting constant remnant spawning from Siphon Elements, which these remnants also explode. We're also getting remnants from Remnants of Kalgur. When we have kill enemies, we have a 25% chance to spawn a Runic Ward Remnant, which is always topping off our ward, which is our spender for this skill, which is why sometimes you see it not explode in the hideout. When we're mapping, it's always exploding. We're also shocking and killing shocked enemies, so we're getting constant Mana Remnants, which overflows our mana. We do have Mind Over Matter, so we are extra tanky that way. But yeah, that's just the core of the build. It all started with this helmet, and trying to make it our core skill with Explosive Transmutation. I originally started leveling this character on a Stormweaver. Thought about doing it on a Chilila Monk, thought about doing it on a Blood Mage, but we ended up on Abyssal Lich once I realized that the AoE was absolutely dog shit, and there was no way you were going to be bossing with it consistently without insanely scaling its AoE. So that's why we went Abyssal Lich. And then from there, you know, it's just pretty standard. Scale its AoE, scale its damage, scale its crit. You have the Adonia Ego technique, which Adonia's Ego, it gives you more damage based off power charges, so we have the power charge weapon swap set up. But yeah, that's the build. It was originally supposed to be a sprint build, which it kind of is, can still become a sprint build, but for bossing, you're going to need Ice Wall. And it also ended up being a fun little flashbang build. It's not fully min-maxed yet. We need to get a new amulet. We need to get a new helmet. We're still missing one power charge. We could get a helmet with a spirit enchant and a power charge enchant on it. So we need to replace this. We need a better... and we can get a lot more minions with a better grip of Kolomek as well. So it's far from optimized. It's far from optimized. Despite using Power Tread, we got one that's at 29% movement speed. And then we have the Mage Blood making us faster too. So normally Power Tread builds are slow as fuck, but we're currently at 50-something% movement speed. Oh, 66, so even better than I expected. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and because we're spirit stacking, thank you, I forgot to talk about this. A lot of our damage, because we are spirit stacking for Skeletal Arsonist, we have 641 spirit. Every 10 spirit gives me 15% spell damage, which gets boosted by Adonia. So every time I get more spirit, it's just a big damage amp. So there's a lot going on here. It's literally using a unique in every single slot right now, except for Amulet, though we might be ditching Maligaro, so we might have a rare glove soon. Though Painter's Gloves might still be good for this build, even without Trinity. So I could see Painter's Gloves just giving us a fuckload of damage and shit. So I'm not sure what will happen with the glove slot. But Maligaro's is probably being replaced. This is not staying. We want Archmage, I think. I think we're going to go Archmage just for the bigger one-shots on bosses. But yeah, that's the build. Do my eyes deceive me, or except for the wand with plus levels, this build is relatively cheap? No. No. I would say it's like a... I mean, depends on what you define by relatively cheap. A lot of people probably look at this and go, oh, this is a multi-mirror build. This is not even a half a mirror. This is like 1,500 divines. I think a mirror's 7,000 divines right now, so we're like at a fifth of a mirror. So it's not cheap, but is it expensive? Like, it just depends on what your definition of expensive is. I did try the Covenant, yeah. Here it is. Oh, no, I actually sold the Covenant that I bought. I was using the Covenant initially. Because of how Spirit works for the build, it's not just increased area of effect, but it's increased damage from Threaded Light. More yours is too good. Like, I don't think there's anything... Like, maybe in a specific setup there's a Lore Weave that could be better, but more yours for this build, just because of how much Spirit's giving us, it's... And then we're also getting a fuckload of resistance and crit damage bonus reduction when we get hit. Like, Morior's is just so good. Plus, I have the Carved Majesty in it, which is plus 3 spirit per idol on your equipment. Morior's is 5 sockets for extra idols. So, there's just like... Morior's is a hard piece to replace. It would not be as fantastical without Morior's. In terms of jewels, I got 3 Spectrum Emeralds. These are cheap. This Against the Darkness, I don't know how much it was. Blade we traded yesterday because he didn't need 14 spirit. We traded him my 12 spirit one for his 14 spirit one. You self-fouled it? Sheesh. This was a 120 Divine Megalomaniac. It has Rhythm Ice, which gave me 12 more spirit from my Against the Darkness, and Lord of Horrors, which was for more minions. We self-crafted this. Like, this is probably a mirror tier Undying Hate, but it was self-crafted very cheap. So, if you know how to craft these, you can probably make them cheap, but you're not going to find this on the market. And then a From Nothing for Zealot's Oath isn't even a Divine Orb, so that's cheap. I have no idea what the Moriors cost. I bought this morning for a Divine Orb. So this Grip of Kolomek is not the best in slot 1, but it's a good enough one for a Divine. The Hollow Mask, cheap. No one's playing Hollow Mask builds. This Mollygaro's was cheap. The Mage Blood was 700 Divine. Mage Bloods are Mage Bloods. The Amulet was 100 Divine, sorry. Threaded Life, I think this was 20 Divine. Power Tread was crafted, so I don't know how much it costs. The Adonias with the Legacy of Adonia Ego, which you don't need. I think this was 100 Divine to Adonia. So, no, this was a 60 Divine to Adonia. So, I don't know. It's not an... I don't know what the Moriors is. Maybe 100 to 150. With the Mage Blood makes it expensive. Otherwise, it's a sub 1,000 Divine build, for sure. I fish a dimple and come give you the ring. I don't even know if I wanted to use that ring, right? Is it better than my current one? I don't think so. We'll see. I lose Chaos Res. But that's... I lose a lot of Chaos Res. But that's... I'm not doing anything right now. Should be 40 more Spirit. Oh, nice. But yeah, that's really where the build's at. Yeah. I want to do Temple. Let's get my Temple set up. Can I see the Desolator Corridor real quick? I mean, you're not going to be able to remake anything like this, you know? Like... best thing to do is just look at my PoE Ninja and, you know... look at the mods there and then try and, you know, piece it together the best you can, but, you know, these jewels, they are, like, usually one of one. Like, for really off-meta stuff. I didn't craft it, though. I don't know how to make these. Blade's the one that crafted it, so I don't know how you get one that's exactly like mine. The Undying is absolutely not a must. In fact, in a lot of ways, the build is actually, like, easier to approach without the Undying Hate. The Undying Hate has my passive spread so thin that, like, if I didn't have the Undying Hate, this would just be like an easy to access crit build. That it'd probably be a lot easier to play without the Undying Hate, and it would perform like slightly worse on the AoE. Oh! I got my power charges on. Yapping too hard. Right, I forgot to put Combs on. But as you can see, like, when you get the remnant chains going, it does turn into a walking simulator. This is all the remnants popping. And I'm not fully min-maxed yet. So when it's fully min-maxed, you could probably do full walking simulator, but obviously right now I don't have the damage to, like, take out rares and stuff. Yeah, Undying Hate boosts the coolness factor for sure. And I do assume it's going to be mathematically better for the DPS. We're getting more Spirit Reservation, we're getting more Spirit too. So I don't know. Maybe not mathematically better. Crit's broken. If you did a full crit bonus build instead of the Undying Hate, I assume DPS-wise it'd be better DPS, but... Fuck that. Oh, I lost my buff. Oh, I thought I casted my Pinnacle power, but I didn't. I was just sitting there with 5 power charges on me that whole time. Well, now we have the buff. Yeah, we're not gonna do this every day with this build, but I thought it'd be funny if we streamed with the lights off today and watched the build go crazy on the lights. Almost level 95.
Not yet.
What's your loot filter? I'm using FUB guns. I didn't even know you could get spell skills that have increased area effect on this. Nice. See, there's just something about combs on bossing. Like, it always feels significantly worse. I don't understand why, like, that's the case. I just don't like combs on Citadel for bossing. Like, I feel like I just don't one-shot bosses anymore, and it just fucking never gets fully concentrated around them. It just makes it not worth it. With our AoE so big from the explosions, it just doesn't seem worth it to have the branching fissures, because I'd rather have concentrated area. Like concentrated damage or something. Because I'm nuking the entire screen either way. Wow. Nothing revealed. Thanks, GGG. Thanks, GGDO. Does this break our spirit or increase it? I'm at 13. Down to 8. Oh, no, wait. I had to refresh my spirit. I gained a minion. We're at 24 Arsonist now. What's my crit at, though? What was the crit on this one? This was 34. This one was 35. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Blade's gonna be pissed. We're up to 84% crit. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've climbed even higher. You can even run Cannibalism? Yeah. I've been meaning to put a Spirit Support Gem in one of them. But, I feel like I'm cheating on my minions by doing that. Technically, I have the room for the spirit, but this spirit's reserved for the next minion, duh. That's how fucking weird my brain works sometimes, is I don't want to add a spirit gem because I know later on I'm going to have to remove it. Oh, gotcha. Put you over here for now. Yeah, Breachlord's Rift just didn't work at all. These are all... Oh, no. Let's try sending some corrupted maps. All 15s, okay. I mean, I guess I'll go up here to these fucking towers and keep chasing for citadels.
Not yet.
Uh-oh.
I need more time. A pathetic end.
The hell did I just see? The fuck was that? Huh? Jesus. Watch the start of that fight. One of my flower pops did, like, a fourth of the boss's life. Like, a single flower pop fucking chunked this boss. That's what I was confused by. I was like, how did the boss start so injured? Because I didn't cast Ice Wall for so long, but he was, like, so low. A single flower just fucking did a fourth of the boss's damage there. Life there. That's what I was confused by. I was like, how was he so hurt at the start of the fight? I don't have Decimating Strike. Like, one flower explosion. Well, the problem with flower, like, you wouldn't be able to flower boss for pinnacle bosses. Maybe map bosses. But it's still too, like, I mean, maybe. When we have, like, 4 or 5 more arsonists, the AoE might be big enough to where it's less it's consistent. But even at the current AoE, it's not consistent enough. Well, I have to have good pinnacle bossing for the video, for sure. People always want to see pinnacles, at least, like, 1 or 2 clips. Oh, wait. I didn't cast my pinnacle. Like, why is my damage bad?
Submit.
And also, these are not, like, 200% Delirium maps, either. These are just, like... These are corrupted tier 15, so, you know, they're not, like, you know, baby maps, but... We'll see how much damage it's doing fully min-max with 500% bonus versus Deli bosses. Well, that boss there was double buff. The flower you just saw hitting that boss, that did the fourth of his life, that was a double buff flower hit. Specifically. So that was double. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I know. If our bonus gets a lot higher, it'll be a lot more damage. But there's also a big difference between a normal map and a 200% delirium map, so you can't compare the performance in these maps to 200% deli as well, so. Until, you know, we have the fully min-max set up in a 200% deli map, you know, we don't really know how hard the flowers are going to hit, but it is cool that they can start hitting bosses hard. Let's see, like, if we can get a hard boss hit here. We need a good crit. It's still pretty inconsistent. This is not a double buff, though.
I need more time.
It does mean that at least through, like, you know, Alcan Go maps or, like, these, like, travel map bullshits, that you should be able to use flower primarily, which is nice. I mean, yeah, we need an Amamanamu for sure. Because this build is not very tanky. The only reason I'm not dying a lot is because I'm killing stuff from a mile away. But this build is very vulnerable. Not very vulnerable, but it's not tanky. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like On's combs. I don't know why. It just... Maybe it's just a playstyle thing. I feel like a lot of it has to do with, like, specific maps and the terrain just completely bricks On's combs. So those moments just feel really weird and bad. I also just feel like I have better placement control without the ohms. Because, like, right there, I was trying to make that go up, and it just, like, curved to the left there. So it's like, there's a lot of things with, like, the On's comb stuff from just, like, a quality of life playstyle feel perspective that I do not like. Obviously, this is, like, a map issue, you know, but, like, you know, I'm gonna keep running into map issues with On's combs versus if I just swapped off of it. I would probably complain slightly less. Probably not, though. I'm always gonna complain. I'm a wham baby bitch. Hey, we got a double buff. Have you tried Fortress instead? I think Fortress Giga nerfs its damage, right? I have not tried it because I saw it lowered the damage, but I have not tried it, no. I've just been playing, because, like, the explosion from Arsonist is so big, I haven't felt the need to do anything. I haven't felt the need to do anything, like, it doesn't need comb. Oh, I lost the fucking map, too? I don't understand how GGG can say the words, "We're done patching this game," when it's still this fucking buggy. Like... Like, why are they, like, working on the... whatever they're working on instead of still dumping out, like, patches for this? There are still so many crippling bugs in endgame. Only slightly less than combs? Interesting. I mean, I'll try it. But yeah, because of... Sorry, I got distracted by the crash. Ooh. I've got power chargers on me. Because Arsonist makes the pop so big, it doesn't feel like it needs anything fancy. Just like a regular ice wall is clearing the entire screen, so like by putting anything in it... Like, why do I need anything manipulating how it explodes when one explosion just detonates the entire screen, right? So it just feels better to have, like, You know, like I was running Innervate and Ice Wall or Ice Bite earlier, you know, for more damage or just other stuff, you know. It just doesn't feel like manipulating how it's forking matters all that much. But right now, my issue isn't... It's just necessarily with, like, on some maps, the pathing of On's Comb is just weird. Also, if you consider you're saving a support slot instead of using On's Comb. I mean, yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't want to even use it. Like, before, I had these two removed with Ice Bite Innervate or Rockiata's Flow. Like, they just... It's two support slots that are like... It doesn't functionally feel like it's adding much to the build most of the time. Oh, damn. Nice. But yeah, I just gotta try more support gems for sure. I'll try Fortress out. Oh wow, that like, recovery rate is super noticeable for the ward recovery. That's so funny. For spamming my buff. I don't think I can fit it. I mean, I'll hold on to it if I can get it in later. But yeah, I mean, Hinder sucks. I don't think I can fit it right now because my current resistances. Oh, maybe I... Yeah, I wouldn't be able to fit it because my current resistances. I think they're all cold res. Like, I think all three of them have cold res. If you look at my ninja, it should show what they are. I think one of them's like cold chaos. I think one's cold lightning. I think one's lightning. I don't remember. No, we replaced the no res one recently. With the lightning res one. Pretty sure we did that right before stream. I'll check in a second. I'm left clicking right now. Yeah, light and too cold. Just check. Gotcha.
The sweet taste of victory. Not yet.
Can't wait till I have 14 power charges. We only have 13 power charges. Oh, we almost got a full temple. Alright, one more crystal, which there should be one more crystal on this map. And then we have a full temple. Well, there we go. Time for some temple, I guess. Not bad. Oh wait, no, I need to go do that temple. Where was that temple? Where's the first temple I cleared? Don't remember. That was not the first one. Sounds good, Blade.
Don't lose him now.
Ah, here's the temple. Alright. Let's hope we get 3 or 4 Aziri's communions. How's that sound, guys?
I sense the temple
How
is
does
somehow
that
bound.
sound? No, I have to build a temple, so... I don't think,
This is where we configure the temple. When you next
Oh gosh. Something exciting.
Don't run from map, it's bugged? What do you mean? It's bugged. Rabbit told me I was supposed to run it from map and not from not the map. Unless it's your first time. I mean, this is my first time in Temple. I haven't placed a single thing yet. But Rabbit specifically told me I was supposed to go in from the maps because you get your waystone. You don't get your waystones if you don't go in from the map. If you don't do it from inside the map, you don't get the waystone.
The structure shifts from within.
Oh my goodness.
But if I enter and exit, do I have to leave the map and then do it from the main area? Or can I do it infinitely from right here since it's my first time going in? Then like 150 Azuris, no communion. First time, you just do them from here. Only bugs after. Ooh.
What power will I claim today? I need more time. How wonderfully macabre.
Avert your eyes.
And I'm back in my hideout. Nice, sweet. Third time on stream today. I have lost a fucking map. Well, this map's not gone, but I don't think I'm getting back in the temple, can I? I think that temple's just fucking bricked. But no, guys, don't worry. GGG is done with this patch. There's no more... it's good, you know? I don't understand why they just don't treat this game like it is an unfinished early access product. Yeah, I can't get back inside. I have to close it and fucking waste crystals. I'm fucking tilted. Oh my god.
These temples.
Yeah, I've done the Liam rerolls, but it only works half the time for some reason. Or it doesn't work infinite for me. I've tried doing it infinite. It breaks a lot.
Time.
Too soon.
Nah, sometimes I can't click it again.
Well, isn't this great?
It becomes unclickable.
What in the world did I just do?
Some splendidly deranged.
Yeah, I'll take move speed. Fuck it.
It's not yet finished.
Do I need presence area? But this removes my move speed while sprinting. I don't know if I care about move speed penalty, because that's just when I'm casting Ice Wall. Whatever. I'll take it. I'm not sprinting near enough with this build because the flowers don't spawn enough to where you can full sprint efficiently. And I'd rather just have a little better quality of life when bossing. Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? Oh right, I actually have to clear rooms to do this fucking idiot. I'm actually gonna have to do some rooms for Architect.
Ooh, a generator. Mind if I join? Death is my power to you.
Damage is good enough. I don't need a Donia buff to clear these rooms. That's nice. Just no flowers wanted to spawn there.
Such pretty armor. All to adorn a corpse.
This ends here. In Aksiri's name, I shall end you.
Alright.
Oh, look at that. A blood medallion. I think I've got something in. Got something in here.
Alright. First it's kill. I'm not gonna put in any more rooms. This is fun. Hey, at least you get the 13. Hell yeah.
These chemicals always rearranging their guts. Not exactly elegant, but certainly inspired. How wonderful.
No place! Visitors!
More time. Another corpse to serve me.
Hey, if you double corrupt it and it poofs, I'm keeping this one. All right. So you follow your heart. You follow your heart. Double corrupt would be slick though. I'm assuming you can't double corrupt and roll the spirit to a 14. It would just be getting an enchant at that point.
More time. Not yet. I need more time. Soon.
Was it supposed to get going pretty legit now? Yeah, it's only going to get bigger here. Are Val Temples still worth it? From my understanding, yeah. Temple currency is still going up in price. Architect orbs are like, what, 4 divines per? Is it worth killing it Architect on runs you're doing at Zerion, or do you still skip him? Prevent him moving.
I'm almost jealous. This tome has
Yeah, that's what I used to do last patch. I didn't know if the meta changed.
What tome?
this one. I found it in our explorations.
That's the Exile. How do you have that? It's forbidden knowledge. Everything in the
I thought I needed to wait because it was my first time in the temple. I assumed I had to watch the cinematic. Go ahead and fish for my double buff. Yeah, but
It works. But why?
sometimes you want to see what it's like with the double buff.
Think of it later. Now we must face my queen.
Understood.
We'll just go.
Atziri,
Booty!
proceed. This means the doom of the Val.
Doubt your queen. To defy her. I never expected it of you, my
What time
most
is it?
loyal
9:30?
pet.
Nice.
I beg of you, hear me. The beast cannot give you what you desire.
You may have studied it, Doriani, but you do not know it like I do.
I would think Yulo would be the choice for the remnant bomb there. Nope.
Trust me.
Nope.
Come now. Give unto
If
me
you want a big area, you're going to want to do it on a Lich.
fulfill my soul.
I will hold back her legion. Whatever it takes, do not let her leave.
You are worthless.
See? I told you we could have used the double buff, though I think that was partly on Citadel fucking sucking. Blow up! See, like, the problem is, like, look at this right here. Look at this freaking claw it makes. If a flower blows up over here, it doesn't detonate the ice walls over here. Like, on Citadel, Combs Heart sucks. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. It's fucking bad. I'm making an executive decision. It's a little too inconsistent on bossing, and that's when we want Ice Wall to be the best, you know? It's just a little too inconsistent on bossing. But that was what I needed to visualize why it felt bad. Because, like, seeing how only half of the footprint was exploded there was like, okay, that was what I needed to see. That was like, this is why it's not feeling good. It's because sometimes these explosions don't... Yeah, I'll try Fortress out. I'll give Fortress a go. I don't think we need a Fortress or anything in it, but I will try Fortress just to see what it looks like. But, yeah.
They don't understand our connection. They could never.
You're seeing, like, look how much ice shards are left here. Like, that's not happening without it. They all blow up. Like, sometimes it feels better, but sometimes it doesn't. See, that felt good there. But sometimes it doesn't feel good. Is she phased or not? I can't tell. I don't think she's phased. It looks like she's phased, but I can't tell what's happening. I've never seen this phase before. Something's happening. Something's happening. Take me, Punchiti! Alright, next boss. Next, at 0 we do, we're gonna have Fortress and Rockiatas back inside Ice Wall. And then we'll do the third at Ziri. We'll do no Fortress with Rockiatas. We'll try all three. Interesting pro tag. Good to know. Yeah, it's my first time using On's combs. Do these always drop exceptional? Or did I just get really lucky? I don't remember what this item drops as. I don't know if this is like if it always drops as exceptional or I just got super lucky. Well, I'm gonna ID it. Let's see if we get anything good. If it drops a 6 summons, then that means it just always drops exceptional. That sucks. That's a lot of armor, EV, and not a lot of energy shield. I haven't really put much in my Hall of Shame this patch. This is the first patch where I am consistently filling up my Waystone tab, by the way. Like, look at this. Six taps is not enough. I need more. If Armor EV is meant to be comparable to ES, ain't it strange how the community values ES 1 to 1,000 more? I mean... GGG's on drugs. That's all it is. GGG's on drugs. I do not understand how they think blue life and red life is comparable, personally. I do feel like life feels better this patch with Ward. I think Ward, specifically, is a highly underutilized defensive mechanic right now. I don't think the normies have caught on to how good Ward feels. So I do think Ward plus Life is a lot more competitive than Life builds were before. But Life builds are also less competitive with the Leech nerfs. So... like, almost all of my Life Stacker builds were playing Leech before. And now Leech is like... nobody play-tested Leech. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to be changing my support gems. We can do that before it's Zeri. After I kill this Architect. I was wondering where my Pinnacle Power buff was. I put it in the wrong set. Yeah, I think Ward's going to be more competitive in time as it gets more support. But I've yet to do a Ward stacker, and I feel like Ward's been pretty good to me.
You have come too far. My design never failed. Consider the end.
Come on. Ooh, that one's kind of far out there. Alright, swap in support gems. Alright, Ons, Combs. I'm gonna put Rockiatas back in it. And then I will try Fortress, though I assume nothing is the play. Because why run Fortress if it lowers your damage when I just... like, this is a, like, this Ice Wall, it hits all the boss, right? This is, like, plenty of coverage. But maybe Frost Wall is a little bit more consistent, or Fortress is a little bit more consistent. Oh, it's less area of effect, too. That's why I didn't want to do Fortress, because Fortress 2 also reduced the area. I remember there was a reason why I didn't want to do Fortress. And the first one is 40% less damage, and then the second one's 30% less damage with less area. I don't think I'm going to do it. Yeah, but the area gets made up from Combs because it's branching out so much. Fortress doesn't branch out. The reason why it was, like, okay to test with Combs is because despite the less area, the stuff was branching out and reaching a further distance away, so it was functionally, when mapping, the same amount of area of effect. It was just not helping out with bossing. Fortress is just going to reduce our damage versus bossing and not, you know... At very least, it's worth a look. I mean, This is the difference between a frost wall and a frost wall with fortress. Like, I don't think this needs to be tested. Like, it's taking up a similar area, right? Like, unless there's a mechanic I'm missing with fortress. Is it like, is it spawning extra crystals or something? Does it end up with, like, more crystals? If it ends up with, like, more crystals, then that's arguably better. But, it, like, to me, it, like, just visually, it looks like it's... Like, this is taking up the same relative amount of space. So in terms of, like, effectiveness, it's going to be doing less area, explosions, less damage. But functionally, it's, like, still popping the boss in the same spot. Post temple. Oh, I hate when fucking Architect ends up right in the goddamn middle. Oh, I'm just gonna kill him. Again, because... Yeah, nothing else to do. Get him out of the fucking middle. Fortress, Rockiatas, and then I need to put something new into Explosive Transmutation. Explosive Transmutation. I'll just do Cold Master for now, I'm not gonna think about it. Alright. Well, we're not even getting to test fucking Fortress on Aziri, but we'll get to test it on Architect.
I need more time.
How you reach me? Unsinkable.
I'll hold this medallion for you.
Okay. Get out of the way, Architect. Of course he's blocking the Royal Access Chamber. All right. Next, that's Ziri incoming.
Inside. All very studious, aren't you? I need more time.
You have come too far, and my design never fails. Undulating frost.
Yeah, I don't think Fortress is really helping all that much.
Freeze.
Oh, I lost my Adonia buff there. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. Fortress doesn't feel like any more. Like, I'll need to test with double buff on like a Pinnacle. I need to go do like the Expedition boss or Breach boss a couple times and test. But I'm not noticing anything major. I mean, like, major feel difference when using it right now. I doubt this could clear Simulacrum AFK. There's no way. Oh, I went too far. Oh, we got double buff, god damn it. I don't want double buff right now because the last boss kill I did, I didn't have double buff, so it's not consistent testing. I can't click off the buff either. Lame. We could definitely do it on Ritual. I think this could AFK Ritual for sure. When we're tankier. I don't think I could tank the boss waves, but...
Let nothing stop you. This is it. Her chambers.
All right, I'm trying to like test boss damage, just get a feel of like odds versus fortress versus no fortress. And I have the double buff, and I can't get valid testing because my last kill didn't have double buff, so I need to wait this out. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then yeah, I think this is my last temple, so we're gonna go do mapping after this. But so far so good. Did I go from 3.9 to 4.4? With Fortress. Verana's is barely impacting it. Alright, be right back real quick. Alright. Let's get a buff.
Not yet.
Hopefully a single buff.
I will hold back her legions. Whatever it takes.
Alright, let's see Fortress. Hey, what's up, Perm?
Come now, give unto me your desire. At last, fulfill my soul. Succumb to me. For the glory of your queen. Enough of this!
Not yet.
They don't understand our connection. They could never understand. I am eternal.
God damn it.
Take me, Pachiki! I am yours! Give me eternity!
This is how it happens. Come on, hurry.
Communion. 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 Oh, we got a flesh crucible at least. I'll take a Flesh Crucible, if it's a good one. Those can sell for stuff. Alrighty. Get the fuck out of here. Which Flesh Crucible did I get? Give me a good one, please. I need divines. Elemental Equilibrium. That can't sell well. With less spirit? Gross. Okay, which processor do you use? Exile Exchange. Why am I back down here? God damn it. Okay, cool. I didn't break my snapshot. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Fortress for now. I could put Ice Bite back into it. Just get some extra gain damage while I'm out there. Teleport to well from waypoint or other place you can teleport to from hideout? What do you mean? Why am I doing this? I'll go, but like, you're just telling me to go do something without telling me what I'm doing. God damn it. Fucking heavy stun. You can press F5 and it'll auto-teleport you to the hideout? Really? Is there a way you can rebind that? To, like, not F5? I mean, I don't mind using F5 if I have to, but... Does it only work from hideouts? Does it not work from, or from like areas like that? It doesn't work from maps? Like, can I do it from here? How does I press F5 here? So you can't go to this area from here? Interesting. Good to know. This is super bright. Also, another reason, like, I just don't want to do anything that reduces the area effect, like Fortress or the Comb stuff, is it's just brighter when the area is bigger. The bigger the area, the bigger the bright. Oh, I lost my, I've been doing this entire time without my, Pinnacle Power buff, huh? I don't know if I got it at the start of the map, I can't remember. I'm really bad with my buff. Combs on definitely made it as bright, but it just, I didn't like it versus bossing. Fortress, I was noticing it was a little bit smaller in the temple, but I don't think it was really just adding anything. Didn't feel like it was. I'm not really getting Ice Bite procs, it looks like. So maybe not Ice Bite anymore. Oh, I'm not using Painters. Oh, there's an Ice Bite proc. Alright, I am getting Ice Bite procs, never mind. The Ice Bite just doesn't help versus bosses, so I don't think I'm going to keep Ice Bite long term. I think it's like Rockiatas plus... I mean, I don't even know if I use Rockiatas. It might be like just crit ones, I don't know. Here, I want to go do a Pinnacle boss. I'm going to waste some Divine right now. I'm going to waste some Divine right now.
An order?
I want a sack. Let's waste Divine on a sack. Ugh! What do you mean, 10 Divines? GGG! Why can't I just practice Jet? For cheaper? Ugh. Are no one wanting to run the Hives that much? Like, are they that bad to run? They do kind of suck. Aberration is a better test dummy. Aberration, is that the Expedition one? I don't like him because of his phases, if that's Aberration. His phases don't feel like, because like he keeps hitting these like immunity walls is why I don't like testing on him. Jet, you get like the full 10 million life from the start. That's why I like him. What about the Raven Shards, dude? Same issue. Anyone that has a phase is super annoying. Anyone that has a phase is super annoying. His phase 2 has a good amount of DR when he uses the net. Yeah, that too. Which, I mean, I guess if you're trying to push yourself as, like, a high as maximum damage build as possible, sure, but I don't know. I like just being able to, like, try and open on the boss and one-shot them, and that's what I like Jet for. But I can, freaking got a pimple on my back that hurts. Normal RB run? No, because this is going to be as expensive. Yeah, look, a fucking 8.5 dying for fucking Faded. Like, the only boss you can cheaply test on is the Expedition boss, because his boss attempts are like, it's like 3 per Divine. Might even have one. I don't.
Yes? Let's see if there are any takers.
I want to do Jet, but I don't want to spend 11 Divines. And I don't want to clear a Hive right now. I probably have a Hive I can easily clear. I mean, I've got a lot of Hives around. And if I wanted to get, like... I mean, look at all these fucking Hives, dude. Every one of these has a 10 Divine jackpot in them. And I still don't want to do them. That's how awful Breach is. Even with, like, all of these on the map that have these guaranteed 10 Divine jackpots, I'd rather not do them. Okay. Let's try this thing real quick. F5 it up. As soon as I load in. At this point, it's not even worth testing the F5 thing, so it took me an hour to get here. You can't go from this area. So this area doesn't work for the F5 button either.
Good day.
I guess we're gonna fish for a double buff. Come on, double buff hit. Yay, double buff. Alright. I mean, that's not that bad, to be honest, right? Like, considering we're still missing 200, 300% bonus and, like, you know, not optimized, like, this is way better boss damage than yesterday. That's at least to say that. This is, like, exponentially better damage than yesterday. So, and I got this thing. Olros Conviction. 16 divines. 16?
Have an order?
Well, most of my stuff is crits, Doom. I'm like an 86% crit.
Can I help?
I want divine orbs. I've got Ulrus Conviction. Give me that.
As soon as I can.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that divine. I'm back up to 38 divine, boys. We are rich. We are rich. I'm gonna go buy something. I need to resell this at some point. Probably when I go to bed, I'm gonna list this so I can try and get a new amulet. I really want to get a new Ammy. Archmage will help so much. And then amulets can also get like crit hit chance or crit damage bonus, so that just helps there. I want to do another one of those.
Can I help?
I like boss, dude. My favorite way to play this game for the last 4 patches has been boss spamming. Whether that's spamming 100 Rite of the Namelesses, or King of the Mist, or spamming 100 Breeze bosses, and it just does not feel like it is a viable strategy this patch to boss spam. It feels like it's not even like divines per hour, or just like fun per hour. There's no boss you can just sit there and spam, except for maybe Kulamak. Kulamak's a good example of a boss you can spam. Because you're always getting the Ancients, and every Ancient is always up in Divine over the cost of the Invitation. So, I guess Kulamak is technically a boss you could spam, but I was farming him last night. The build can handle him. That was before the crit swap, so you can definitely handle him now. I just don't think he's a fun boss to spam because it's like 4 intermission phases. And then with Adonia's, it's annoying to have to like buff for every time. So I would love to just be able to sit here and farm a boss. But if I wanted to kill Jet 25 times, that's 250 divine. And I'm probably losing 200 divine doing that, right? Like, that sucks. That's not good. I don't think that's good for the game. Before, you used to be able to farm... You used to farm King of the Mist and you would get some Omens. You used to farm Jet and you would get some Catalyst. But, like... yeah, I don't know. I don't like the state of bossing this patch. That's like my biggest complaint, is like someone who used to just exclusively boss content. It doesn't feel like bossing, pinnacle farming specifically, is very worthwhile. I guess Simulacrum, if you count Simulacrum, but I don't really consider that a pinnacle boss that you spam. It's not like boss content. Let's do some Kulamax.
fill that in as soon as I can.
We'll do 10 Kulamox. We'll see if we can get a Giga Ring. And we'll see what how much Divine we make from that. I don't want... Whatever.
Yes?
Ugh.
Speak. This is all we have. This is better in your hands, but sure. Time is of the essence.
I should put something different in Ice Wall. Ice Bite is just not useful on bosses. I don't need Ice Bite when mapping anymore as well for the extra damage. So what should I put in Frost Wall? Could do Cold Mastery. Could do cooldown. I don't hate cooldown recovery too, to be honest. This would be cooldown recovery too. Would be really nice just for like the quality of life of mapping, because there are some moments where I'm just like, just running there waiting for the cooldown to be up, and my character's just like, just running there with his fist pumping, waiting for that cooldown. So I think cooldown recovery would be better for the quality of life of the build. Obviously, Cold Mastery. Let's just look what the Cold Mastery does for the damage. I mean, that's 2,000 DPS, which is like, I assume this damage is per shard that explodes, and then each of those having a crit roll, each of those being boosted like by Adonia's, like 2,000 damage is not something to scoff at. That is a significant damage increase from that one gem level. It makes it really unfortunate we weren't able to get Endless Wood Lizard into the build, but what else could we do? I don't think we do rapid casting. I don't care about getting it down faster. It'd be either cooldown recovery for more of them. Maybe Zenith? Nah, not Zenith. We don't want to do Elemental Focus because we do use it for effusions when mapping sometimes. I don't think we would want to do Deliberation. That is a lot more damage. It shows how much of a caster noob I am that I'm having to go through all the caster support gems and be like, huh, what about this one? What about this one? I don't have the caster supports memorized that well. Like, I've used considered casting before, but, you know, it's not like I just have this instant knowledge of like, ooh, I should slot these in. Because I don't really have near as much experience with caster builds. I'd say like 1/10 of the time I've played this game has been on caster builds. I mean, okay, so considered casting is just considerably more damage than Cold Mastery. So Cold Mastery is not a choice anymore. I would say, I mean, obviously all these support gems are going to be potentially shifting up to like crit damage bonus ones or something whenever we do the full crit swap, but for now, it's either test considered casting or cooldown recovery. I will have an extra cooldown recovery on me. What does it feel like? Oh, that's fine with the cast speed. I don't even notice that difference. I literally don't even notice that difference. For 35% more damage, I mean, look at the damage increase. That's 16,000 to 22,000. And then let's just look with a single Adonia's buff, what that does for the damage. So a single Adonia's buff, I'm at 62,000 to 84,000. I mean, all of that getting amplified. Like, how many... Does it say how many crystals I spawn per use? A lot? Yeah, I know it's a lot. I just don't know how many. I'm assuming this damage is per crystal. We already confirmed that earlier. And I do 20% more damage versus isolated. I mean, my damage is pretty giga right now. And then when it's lightning infused... What does the lightning infused do again? It just adds damage. How important is the lightning infusion in terms of damage? I wish I could tell. Wait, is it saying I do less damage with lightning infusing? Or does this lightning infusing get added on top of the base? I'm guessing this is getting added on top. Secondary pop? Gotcha, okay. Okay. That makes more sense then. And then all of these secondary pops can crit too. I mean, Jesus. Ice Wall's kind of crazy, you guys. Ice Wall's gonna get nerfed. It seems pretty nuts. Oh, and the lightning infusions. Okay, that's why sometimes the AoE seems so much bigger than other times. The lightning infusions have a bigger radius explosion than the regular explosions. I understand now. I've been trying to figure out why sometimes the explosions are just fucking crazy big, and I didn't see anything when I read lightning infusions that it increased the... Oh, it does increase... Oh, explosion radius is 2.8 meters. I see. Interesting. So this is added on top of... Okay, I didn't understand that it was just being added on top of the base stuff, so that's why it's... Okay. That makes much more sense now. This just gets added on top, and then that's why it feels like it's getting amped so hard, because I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, but this explosion radius is 2.8 meters, is added on top of Frostwall, and then it's getting manipulated by the Skeletal Arsonist. So, like, that's why it goes from, like, sometimes popping 3/4 of the screen, but when it's lightning infused, it pops, like, a screen and a half away. So that explains why... I've been doing a better job of farming the Verisium Remnants, so making sure I'm almost always lightning infused when I lightning Frostwall, but that explains the massive... difference in AoE I see sometimes between a non-lightning infused and a lightning infused. I mean, the damage we're getting from considered casting, yeah, I feel like that's just absolutely the play. And then pinpoint critical swaps or something later whenever we don't need pinpoint critical anymore. We put like, I don't know what the crit damage bonus one's called off the top of my head or something. Or just something flat damage base. Deliberation or something, I don't know. Okay. I'm happy with this setup. What do I have in this? Morgan's Insight. I unfortunately don't see this proccing a lot. This might get cut from the build. I was hoping this would just be like permanent guard all the time. But does it proc all the time? Maybe I just don't see it because I have too many buffs in combat. And there's just too much for me to process. I'll trust you if you say it's up all the time. Can probably remove Cold Mastery, Magnified Area 2, Spell Cascade, Runic Extraction. Is there anything I can put into... Do I want efficiency in it? I kind of don't hate the idea. Does efficiency nerf its damage in any way? Is it doing damage based off the ward cost at all? I honestly don't hate the idea of efficiency being in it. Only benefit? I honestly don't hate the idea of... Because there's just some times in bossing specifically where I'm out of ward and I have to, like, use Animus Exchange, and maybe efficiency helps with those. I'm assuming there's nothing I can put in Arsonist that manipulates the Lich stuff. So I've had those 3 sockets blank. I haven't felt the need to put anything in Siphon Elements, Remnants of Kalgur yet, or Mana Remnants. Obviously, I could spend that last 15 Spirit on Cannibalism or something. Powered by Verisium, I don't think there's anything I wanted to put in there. Same with Animus Exchange. I probably should change what I have in Firestorm now just to make it churn Oh! You know what? Yeah, I could probably put Firestorm in it to have it better churning in it. Can you put heightened charges in Firestorm? You can't. No, it won't inflict infusion skills. Okay. At Ziri's Impatience and Powered by Verizium, maybe? Or will you be annoyed by the HP costs? I spam it a lot. I'm spamming Powered by Verizium a lot. The HP costs would be too much, in my opinion. I mean, I'll see what it, I'll see what it looks like, but I would be annoyed, I assume. Let's say, I know I have an Ziri's Impatience someplace. Oh. Does it share a slot with efficiency or something? Cooldown recovery? Oh, right. Cooldown recovery. That's not needed, though. I don't think that's needed. I don't think that is. I'm not spamming it that often. Because its normal cooldown is this, right? Like, there will be maybe one cast, but, like, with the direction we're going, it feels like we're headed into a world where, like, one cast is all we need. So, like, depending on the second cast of the Verizium Remnants, doesn't seem... Yeah. How's becoming great, Kadachi. The bossing is exponentially better. We still got more transitions we need to do, but... Can't you put Ellie armament instead of focus? Focus? Which one had focus? I don't think I had elemental focus in anything, did I? Oh, and Firestorm. Oh, Firestorm, this is all bad. I just put random shit in here because I didn't know this was... I set this up, but I didn't even understand how the engine for Firestorm works, so I just put random shit into it. This is like... I don't use Firestorm for damage at all. Firestorm is just for the buff of getting my power charges. It consumes infusions to get power charges. So really all I need it for is churning through infusions as fast as possible. Nothing else on it matters. Well, I'm never even using it to generate infusions. Like, I literally, like, I enter a map, and then I do this right here. Until I'm at 13 power charges. This is the only time I'm really using in Firestorm, and it's never to generate infusions, it's to generate power charges by consuming infusions. But I'm generating infusions with Powered by Verizium. So, I don't need the generation of infusions at all. We just need Firestorm to consume infusions and get me 13 power charges as fast as possible. That's the only thing that Firestorm is used for. I literally never use it for its damage. So, I guess there's really no supports that matter on it. There's, like, nothing that, like... If there was something like heightened charges that gave it a chance to not consume infusions, that's what we would put in it. But I don't think there's anything like that. How you doing, Kadachi? Am I missing a jewel anywhere still? No, okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Alright. We're going to do 10 Kulamet kills. We're going to do 10 Kulamet kills. The F5 doesn't work here either. How come I can't slash hideout places? Almanamakoger? Yeah, that's what I was doing last night when I was farming this place. Nice, Kadachi, yeah. I wanted to get a video guide out for this guy today, but like every day it just keeps evolving and evolving, so at this point I'm just gonna wait until we have the new crit setup done. So I need new crit gloves, new crit amulet, and then the new passage tree, and then I'm gonna make the guide. I think that's the last two major pieces we need. Oh, I want the 14th power charge, too. That might be really hard to get, though. But I think I'm a day or two away. Well, the problem with those old gloves is, like, those old gloves don't even fit anymore because we're running a bismuth. Like, those old gloves, like, you'd have to, like... We need gloves that are different because we don't need all that resistance anymore. Well, those were triple res gloves, you know? We could get, like, crit hit chance, crit damage bonus gloves instead or something, you know? And I also think painters might be the play. Didn't we discuss painters potentially being the play? We at least wanted to try painters again with the crit setup to see how painters felt. I will give you back the gloves, though, and we can try recrafting them, too. I'm down for whatever. Alright, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, and then I guess we're going to do 10 Kulamax. Hopefully I don't die a lot. Okie doke. You should have a guide. Hey, what's up, Panda? How you doing, Proper Panda? You should have a guide for both crit and non-crit. I mean, I don't know. I get really self-conscious about making guides and making builds and stuff. If you guys think the previous versions I've been playing, the, like, non-crit budgeter versions, are good enough to have a guide for, then sure, I'll do that. But I don't know, like, every time, like, I make a massive level up, like, this build today is exponentially better than yesterday, so, like, from my perspective, like, I look at the old version and go, like, oh, why would I ever tell anyone to do that, even though it was good enough, so, like, sometimes, as the build maker, I get a little self-conscious, I guess. But if you think the previous versions, the budgeter versions, were worthy of a guide, then, yeah, I'll make a guide for the budgeter versions. I'm playing your Sporting Fire build at the moment. Never reached level 90 faster 2 days. Truly ridiculous. Thanks. By the way, I also enjoyed the Belgaria back in the day. Hell yeah. Me too, man. Me too. Yep, Sporting Fire is awesome. It is a very good, like, you know, very quick build. Oh, we got an instant double buff. Let's go. Is that how Jung does it? I have no idea. That's a good idea, though. If that's how Jung does it, that makes sense. In all of my runs last night, by the way, I never one-shot any of the early forms. So that's just like I was farming this last night. Like, the difference between last night and right now is, like, insane in single target difference. It's just insane. I was not doing this yesterday with double buff. I was not doing this yesterday with double buff. And this isn't even like... This is like step 2, right? This is just Molly Garo. So this is like a medium budget version, right? The next step is going to be even more damage. It's going to be like double this damage at least. Oops, I did not mean to teleport over here. And he still died. I was not doing this kind of damage yesterday. My fight, when I was farming him last night before I went to bed, my fights versus this guy were very inconsistent and bad. And this was, like, comically different. I did have the double buff there, so that helps, clearly, but just the level up we've done from yesterday to today is, like, crazy, and the fact that we're going to even, like, more and more better, like, this build has ended up being cracked. This build ended up being cracked. Alright. Still missing a power charge, too. Yeah, we're still missing a power charge. Still missing a power charge, 500 or 250 to percentage bonus. We're going to be losing a lot of crit hit chance, though, and I can't wait for Blake to eat his words. Oh, my God. Can you imagine not being at least 86% crit? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the hell? $70 is passable. It's so funny, dude. The quality people I have around like where their crit hit chance is so different. But because I've just played so much Thorns, my expectations is getting as close to 100% as possible. But like there are people who are like 50% is passable, 70% is passable. I'm at 86% and I'm sweating my ass off. Like I feel like I don't have enough. I don't think you can use Godorukans in Ice Wall though, right? Yeah, attack only. Oh, I think I returned the finger now. Yeah. He's in a bad spot. This is one of the shit things about this fight with this build, though, is like there's no good ice wall spots because of where he usually ends up. I was not doing this fight like this last night. Like, the damage difference is hilarious. I was actually having to do this boss fight yesterday. I was learning the mechanics and shit. There's no learning here. Two Ancient Ribs. Is Ancient Rib the good one? Flowers count as plants. Made plants not suck. So, what's funny is, if you go to the 0.4 announcement stream, like, I immediately, before even Rabbit was on plants, I was the first person that was like, I'm Oracle Plants League start. It was when I found out how boring plants was going to be that I ended up shifting off of it. But this is what I wanted from plants. I wanted a garden of roses. Like, I wanted this. I wanted constant flowers everywhere. And this is technically the plant build I wanted, in a sense. Plants is beyond boring. I leveled my Lich to 64 as plants. And I had to swap off plants to playing just flower explosions. And it was awful. But I was having more fun playing with awful flower explosions only than I was with plants. Like, I hated plants. It was so fucking boring. It was easy, but my god, I couldn't. There was no way I was going to push plants to level 90. Collarbone's a good one? Gotcha.
Not yet.
There we go. We're getting a double buff really quick each time. I should have opened the door before getting the buff, though. ticking my double buff here. What's the main source of damage? Adonia's ego. The main source of damage is Adonia's ego. But to answer your question for bossing, it's like the flowers are detonating the ice walls. The flowers are good enough to do damage during mapping with the double Adonia's ego buffs. They'll kill rares and stuff, like just doing this, running around like this, will kill stuff during mapping. But for bossing, you are using the flowers to detonate the ice walls. And the ice walls are what's killing everything. For bossing specifically. But all of our damage is functionally coming from Adonia's ego. We're double buffing 13 power charges. We go from our tooltip on Ice Wall goes from like 16,000 to 153,000. So, yeah, the damage is coming from Adonia's. But Ice Wall's what's doing the damage, if that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I got you, dog. Sorry if I over-explained it. But yeah, Ice Wall is doing all of this, and it's just the flowers that are detonating the Ice Wall for the big pop. Like, you see these flowers right here? I'll walk into them, and they'll explode this Ice Wall. See? Ice Wall. Wait for a flower to spawn by it. It detonates. Boom. So, funny enough, I thought Sunsplinter, both me and Blade thought Sunsplinter was the play originally, because Sunsplinter would increase the damage of Explosive Transmutation and our main skill. But, because we have so much Spirit with Threaded Light, and then Threaded Light is being scaled by Adonia's ego, that, like, the damage you're getting from Threaded Light is so extreme that you're playing Threaded Light. Like, Sunsplinter didn't even come close. Not even close to the damage Threaded Light was giving us. It's just because we have 665 Spirit, so that's a fuckload of spell damage, and then that Adonia's ego is, you know, taking that spell damage and just making it massive. Making it massive. So, yeah. It's this combo is just not worth Sunsplinter. If Verglass, though, I don't know what Verglass is, but I just assume nothing is better than Threaded Light. Verglass. Is that a support gem, it looks like? Supports your skill, hits skills. Huh. I mean, this is either insane or nothing, right? So there's no harm in trying it, right? That seems like that's a support gem that's either going to be insane with our setup, because it's like functionally taking the damage the Adonias has scaled this and then applying it to the pops, or it's going to take the base damage and it's going to do no damage. But this could be Giga. This is a good idea to try for sure. I have no idea how it scales the damage. But if that reads how it potentially could, that could be really good, right? Let's spell it wrong. Can I put it in there? It can't go in. Damn, that would have been sick. That would have been fucking sick. Oh, yeah, it does say skills you use yourself. Unfortunate. That would have been a sick idea, Protag. This could have been nasty. 1% of damage gain as extra cold damage for 2,000. Ooh, this would have been... This would have been nuts. Yeah, I'm never using Firestorm during bosses. Like, the only thing we ever cast is Ice Wall. If Ice Wall broke its own ice walls, then maybe this could go in Ice Wall. but I don't think so. It doesn't sound like this fits into the build. Yeah, it sounds like it's a bust to me, unfortunately. For how we're playing it. Like, if you wanted to, you could use Ice Walls with Spark. Like, let's say you had Ice Walls, and then you added Spark to this build, and you're using Spark to break the Ice Walls to make Ice Wall with Adonia Ego amped on top of each other. Then, like, you can make, like, a specific spell do insane damage. But we're not trying to do that. We're trying to use the flower popping to, like, as the engine of the build, right? So we want pops to explode the ice wall. We want ice wall to kill, so it would be... You could work Verglass into this build, for sure. Like, I genuinely think if you just, like, did this setup with, like, a Spark, you know? And, like, you could just amp Spark's damage via breaking ice walls or something. But, yeah. It doesn't fit right now. Are you able to put Living Lightning in something? They break walls? Right now at our current damage, yeah, but we can't be casting Firestorm mid-fight. Like, we're literally only ever casting Firestorm at the beginning of maps. If you cast Firestorm mid-map, you have this happen. Because at every point I have infusions, and then I have power infusions on me mid-map, which puts my elemental Riz below cap, and then I have to rebuff Adonias, which if I don't have enough power charges, I can't. Or... I might have a better buff than this, which won't make it cat-like. So it's just like, you're literally never using Firestorm during mapping. Like, it's just like Firestorm is literally just to get the Adonia's buff. And if you like used it during mapping, you expose yourself to death because you just aren't res cap. It's just because we're using infusions of power. You gain a power charge when you consume an elemental infusion, so. That's how we're getting all our power charges. But then Adonias makes us exposed with power charges. No. Oh, it does. Verglass does go in ice walls, but frost walls. I didn't know if it would go in there. We got an Amamamu. Easy 9 to 10 divs, really? Why is Exile Exchange saying 1 divine? Do you mean a double buff as in multiplicative? No, double buff, there's heightened charges. You have a 20% chance when consuming power charges for the effect to be doubled. So you have a 20% chance on when consuming power charges for pinnacle power to be doubled. So I'll show you here in a second what it looked like. I'll explain inside. Yeah, I don't think it's viable with the setup protect. Like, I definitely think what you're talking about, though, using Verglass to amp the damage of a skill, though, like, I definitely think that would fit into some form of caster build, especially with Adonias, too. So, again, this is what I do. This is the setup for weapon set 2. Animus Exchange fills my ward up, so I can cast Powered by Virizium. Powered by Virizium gives me infusions, which when I use Firestorm, gives me power charge. So I sit here and I spam Powered by Virizium with Firestorm until I'm at 13 power charges. Then I swap to my main weapon set and I cast Pinnacle of Power. Now the buff is doubled. So I didn't get to show you that we didn't get the single buff. But I hit the 20% chance, so the duration is doubled and the effect is doubled. So it's effectively I have 26 power charges. Which is fucking stupid. Most content is clearable with the single buff, but for bosses, obviously for pinnacle content, you want it to do one shot, so you fish for the double buff. Though, of course, fishing for double buff can be annoying sometimes. I've had times where I've sat there, like, sometimes I'll get it instantly, and then sometimes you'll be there for a minute. You'll be there for a fucking minute. The damage between yesterday and today is crazy. Like, I was not doing this kind of damage yesterday, you guys. So only 2 belts so far. There's no way this is a good div per hour, right? I'm guessing it tops out at like 25 div per hour. Unless you're doing carries. If you're doing carries, then everything has a... Why am I getting my buff up here? What am I doing? Oh, the power charges say they stayed. Sweet. But yeah, here's the single buff. So we didn't get the double buff this time. So we're gonna sit here like an idiot. And you never run out of flash charges to keep spamming the cycle because your flowers give you flash charges. There we go, double buff done. It's great div per hour if you don't do all the stages of the boss fight. You immediately take the ring after the first stage. Interesting. I need a good ring, though. That's the problem. We need a ring for this build that's Agrippa Kolomek, so that's why I'm specifically doing Amamamu Kurgle. But good to know that if you wanted to just get good div per hour, you void the ring. Why? What's wrong with you? Alright, we are halfway through our imitations. Ring farming sucks. How come I don't have a perfect ring yet, Blade?
Closer.
What mods do you need on it? I may have one. I did more than 250 of them this league. It's percent increase spirit, maximum power charges, critical hit bonus. I don't remember. Blade remembers. There's like 8 different ones. I think one's spirit reservation. The last one's spirit reservation efficiency. We want spirit, percent increase spirit, reservation efficiency, or spirit reserve, power charge, and crit chance. Yeah. Okay, crit chance, spirit reserve, and power charge. So it's this one minus spell area with spell reserve. And this would get us more Arsonist. We just need more... We need this with reserve instead of area, so we have more Arsonist. Which is Amanamu, Amanamu, Kurgle. Oh, we got the instant double buff. Let's go. Where are the flowers from? It's from my helmet, the hollow mask. I don't think I have that. I think I only dropped a couple power charge rings in that many, yeah. The odds of getting the one we want is pretty low, which is unfortunate, because we really need all 4 stats. This is like a situation where we really want all 4. Like, I don't know what our crit chance is good. Like, if we had a Spirit Reserve power charge ring instead of the crit hit ring, I don't know if the crit swap would be viable. That's a lot of crit chance from it being doubled by the Calandra. How do the ring affixes work? Can you omen to light them? No, I think the only thing you can do is divine them. So you just have to basically pray that you hit the mods that you want, and you gotta divine it up. And then the mods are decided based off of the things you click. Something like that. I'm sure there's some global ones, but some are specific. I don't know the science. Let's do one fight with no double buff. I want to see what my double buff damage is. We'll do all phases, no double buff.
Join me in death, grateful Lich. Death is never the end.
Gotcha. But how do we get all 4 if we're only using 3 names? Does returning the finger before this full gamma? Gotcha. I mean, even single buff, this damage is fine, so that's nice. So definitely have the damage to do this easily now without double buff. So whenever we have the final power charge and all the crit online, like, this will handle all pinnacles without fishing for double buff. And then double buff, I imagine, is like one-shotting normal Arbiter. Not group, but normal. Darn. Oh, we got the double buff. Nice. Have to try this build in hardcore. It's pretty tanky. I do not think this is a hardcore viable build, personally. Almost through that. I would not call this a hardcore viable build. Personally. Not the way I'm playing it. And I assume the budget for this build in hardcore would also be astronomical. Alright, 2 more. Okay, we're doing single buff again. Even with the single buff, it's more than enough damage. But we have the full 500% crit bonus online. GG. Okay, we don't have double buff, so... Tethering bans? What's that?
A good find.
Grant skill untether. What is untether? Plants a seed of abyssal energy on the enemy's heart. Sounds like it's a living bomb. Deal enough damage to enemy, or killing it outright causes the heart to explode, dealing physical damage. Oh my god, it's like, it's living bomb. Limit 5 active seeds. Ooh. Explodes after enemy is dealt damage equal to 100% of its ailment threshold. What a weird fucking item. Does it have scaling? If you have a level 20 of this, like, can you boss with it? Maybe I know what my next build is. Maybe we do a Tethering Bands build next. The Master's Reach. Max life, int, reveal weakness against rare and unique enemies. Oh, it's got the Amazon effect. Eat a soul when you hit an enemy with open weakness. %, of damage taken from enemies with an open weakness recouped as life. Huh. Interesting, Panda. Oh, I got a perfect roll. Look at that. I'm going to hold on to this. I need to look into this skill. I need to figure out how I would go about detonating its ailment threshold. It's got a 13% base crit hit chance. AoE physical duration, limit 5 active seeds. Did they ever add the double abundance thing? The where it doubles limit? Did they ever add the double limit thing? Or would I only be able to get up like 6, 7 seeds? 6, 7. Did not do that intentionally. I still got like a couple more days at least on this build until it's like optimized min-max, but this might be the inspiration for the next build just because we like got giga lucky and dropped a 100% roll. And on a level 20 one too. I'm sure I won't end up crafting it into a good one, and I'll end up buying a better one if I end up committing to the build, but like, this is like at least... No double limit as far as I know. They did not add overabundance 3. Gotcha. I need to look up this skill on DB real quick. PV2 DB untether. Okay, so no, it has no real interesting scaling with it. Outside of it, just gets more damage. The radius doesn't scale. The limit doesn't scale. Nothing about it scales except for its damage. Interesting. I need to, like, look into, like, how it works. Like, I don't want to, like, look up anyone else's build for it. I just need to look up at a video for, like, how it plays and how people are detonating it. And then I can figure out what ascendancy I want to do it on. But I could see me wanting to do this on a shaman. With the, tuning fork and just do giga cheese shit with the tuning fork with it. I just don't, I don't understand the skill itself at all right now, is the problem. I need to see what it looks like when it explodes, how it looks like for clear, but I need to see how the ailment threshold works. Does this mean that I need to be running like...
Hello, I can't.
This good for you. All the best.
What's it called? Does it mean I need to be running around with a juiced ass... Was it overwhelming presence? Reduce ailment threshold of enemies? So, like, are you presence maxing while, like, reducing their ailment threshold so you can get, like, instant explosions off? Is there, like, a setup like that? Where, like, I need to, like, reduce their ailment threshold to 0 to, like, guaranteed auto-pops? Like, is that what the setup would need to be? Like, I don't know how the skill works enough to know what direction I'd want to go with it, but I at least want to, like, see how it works. So. Yeah, I'm assuming it just works, like, exactly like Living Bomb, though. Oh, I gotta fix my dex to get that back on. That's funny. Running around with a juiced ass? Yes, sir. Quality does increase explosion radius. Interesting. What does Gemling's alt quality do, out of curiosity? Oh, it's a item skill. It doesn't have alt quality, right? Never mind. It shouldn't have alt quality.
What is it?
I must keep calculating.
Interesting. Well, next build might be some meme untether build. So is this just giving you the Amazon ascendancy point? Like, I don't understand. I've never played Amazon before, so, like, is this just the node? Their main reveal, like, or how, it's just, like, half the node? I don't understand this portion either, because I've never played... Amazon. Is this just, like, one of their main nodes? And I just get that whole thing for free with the gloves? Huh. I hate getting inspiration for a new build when I'm in the middle of a build. Because, like, now I just want to, like, look into Untether, but we're still locked in on this build, clearly. It's not done yet. But, next build is maybe a Master's Reach build. I see. So I don't get the increased damage from these gloves, but I would get the soul effect from them. So if I were to do it on an Amazon, I would just get the effect with the soul stuff. I don't think the skill speed is all that, like, for how I'm wanting to play it, what I have envisioned is weird, so I don't know if I'm going to care about the skill speed. Okay. We got one more, Well of Souls to do. Cool. Cool new gloves. I love finding items like that, you know? We're freaking 5 weeks into this league, guys, and I have not seen those gloves. I think that's fucking awesome. That, like, this late in the league, there can be just items that are just like, oh, hey, I want to do a build with this. Think those dropped a little later in the link? Oh, they were a new edition? Gotcha. That's probably why. Then. Hey, we got the double buff. Oh, they did make that patch where they added a few new uniques. I guess I just didn't register this was one of them. You only dropped 9 of the glove in 250, so... This is my first Colomet farming I've done all league, so... That also explains why. Okay, yeah, maybe that's my next build. Maybe I fart around with it on... If level 40 is possible, then, you know, a tuning fork build definitely is appealing. Obviously, you could just scale its damage with Adonia's Ego on a Lich again. Like, my brain tells me that would be, like, the ideal thing to do, is just go do that on a Lich, because you would get the pops really big. And then you would just, like, literally, like, my brain just partly just wants to, like, take this setup and copy-paste it over to that skill when I'm done with this build and see how it feels. But, because Lich would just be so good for it. It would give it screen-wide pops. And it's already got a high crit chance. So you'd be able to get its crit up really well. Alright, that was 10. That was 10 Kulamax. Oops. Didn't mean to go back in. Let's see how we did on loot. So we got 4 Ancient Ribs, that's 8 Divines. We got 1 Ancient Jawbone, that's 2.2 Divines, so that's 10.2 Divines. We got 5 Collarbones, that's 15 Divines. So, in Collarbones, or in the Ancients, we made back almost double what we invested on Kulamax, which, you know, that's kind of whatever. We got 1 Undying Hate of Amanamu, that's 10 Divine. Let's see here. Any of these Darkness and Thrones have value? I don't know if which ones are the good ones. Nope, none of them look good. And I doubt any of these rings are any good. I'll have to look through each one by one and see if one of them's like, maybe this one's good. It's got some interesting rolls on it, but I seriously doubt it. Crit, strength, gain damage. Yeah, maybe so for a Divine. 3 Divine, it looks like. If you were like, so for me, because I was like fishing for the double buffing, stopping and yapping constantly, I think that those 10 kills took me like an hour to do. If I was sprinting through them, I bet you I could do 25 to 30 kills per hour. And then you're maybe making 30 Divines. I also like what Proper Panda said. If you're just saying fuck the ring, and you just like take the ring immediately and get the Ancients, I can imagine that's really good Divines per hour. I bet you if you go in instant kill, you're looking at like, what, 90-second resets? So you're looking at like, you know, 20 to 30 Ancients per hour. So you're like, on average, like if you even low roll, you're looking at like, you know, if you did all ribs, 30 div per hour, but you're going to make like maybe 50 div per hour if you're doing that efficiently. Not awful. And that's just off of like, you know, no major hits. Does like Kulamak have any big hits?
Yes?
Yes, he does. What are his big divine drops off of Kulmak? What are the big ones? Cool. Got the double buff. Oh no! All of my ice walls got interrupted there. Every time I went to cast one, and then I wasn't getting any explosions, and... that's been the problem since I've added the Mage Blood, is the build. Sometimes I go a little too fast. I get a little bit too greedy. I dodge roll in with that melee brain. Very avoidable death there. Alright, let's go. Got interrupted again. Got to rely on pops. Oh, I don't have my buff. I was like, why'd my damage tank? I don't know why it takes me so long to register that when my damage is low, it means my buff's gone. There we go. I mean, Colmac rings are really good. I use Colmac rings in so many of my builds. People heavily sleep on Colmac rings. Not sure why. But especially with, like, what Mage Blood can do for builds now. Like, essentially you can find a Mage Blood that, like, can have triple Bismuth, or all your Chaos Res, or, like, so much, like, value in them that, like, most builds can optimize out of rings. Unless it's like an attack build that needs a lot of added attack damage. Okay, fuck it.
Oh, it's you.
I'll waste my divines.
Let's see if there are any takers.
I want to do a breach boss. I want to send a Zhesht. A Zhuksht.
You made it. Good.
How much juice am I? Oh, I'm full. I didn't realize I'd been full on Hive Blood. I wonder how long that's been that way. I hate Hive Blood, man. It's so much work. Why can't the Hive Blood just drop as Divines instead? Alright, let's fish for that double buff.
The air crackles with power, and it's mine for the taking.
Ah! Did not mean to leave.
I need more time.
Oh, instant double buff. Let's go. Am I gonna make it to Zhesh before the double buff ends, or I'm gonna have to rebuff? This shit takes so long to fill up. If we're almost at, if this is the end, then we have time for the boss. But I think we still got a ways to go. Damn, yeah, we're gonna have to refish with a double buff. This opener takes so long. Sheesh. Damn, yeah, we're gonna have to rebuff. We'd have to basically be there right now for us to have time to do the boss with what we have left. Alright, fishing for a double buff, because I want to do this boss with double buff. Just for the science of it. There we go, double buff. Are you using anything weapon set? I mean, I'm using weapon set passives, but I have to use the wand on both set. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Give me that ul in the tolls. Give me that ul in the tolls. Well, 10 div down the drain. But at least we got to see the boss damage. I mean, that was fun. You know, knowing that my damage is probably 3 to 4xing by the time I'm done with the build, that'll be a one-shot. So, can't really ask for more than that. Will this be the ideal juiced expedition farming build? I can't promise that. I don't know about that. But,
Yes. Indeed.
yeah. Turning out good so far. Alright, guys, I need to end the stream there. Thanks for hanging out today. A little bit of a... I mean, it's almost a 4-hour stream, so still a longer stream, but, I gotta go do errands, I need to go out, and then I have work stuff I need to do today. I will be live tomorrow and the next day. We also have the podcast this Thursday with Farmer, so that'll be cool. But yeah, we're still playing this build for a few more days. Expect a guide eventually for the budget and non-budget versions. There will be a crit swap, new gloves, new amulet, new ring, new jewel, but it's mostly there. We're mostly there. But when we have, like, right now we're only at 250% bonus. At some point we're going to be at 500%, so our damage is just going to be... And one more power charge. We got to get the new helmet, too. So I would say a few more days of farming. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm gonna send you guys over to Arrow. You guys have a good stream. Or you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day, everybody.